Unlock the secrets to inner strength. 5 profound life lessons you must learn. Welcome back to Practical Philosophy, where we explore life's profound lessons and uncover the wisdom that leads to a more meaningful existence. First off, thank you for returning to our channel. Your presence here means the world to us, and we truly appreciate your time and trust. At Practical Philosophy, our mission is to offer practical solutions for modern psychological challenges, helping you gain a deeper understanding of human nature. Together, let's explore the wisdom that can empower personal growth, improve relationships, and lead to a more fulfilling life. In life, we often face a myriad of challenges, and many of these stem from overlooked or ignored lessons that, if embraced, could guide us toward personal fulfillment and clarity. Today, we invite you on a journey through these pivotal insights, enriched with personal interpretations and real-life stories designed to resonate deeply and inspire reflection. Our goal is to provide practical wisdom that empowers you to better understand human nature, enhance self-awareness, and build stronger, healthier relationships in the modern world. Whether you're seeking personal growth, clarity in your decisions, or simply a deeper understanding of life, these lessons are tailored to meet the challenges of contemporary living. Stay tuned, because what we're about to explore may not only challenge your current perspective but also equip you with the tools to transform your life for the better. Let's dive in. Do you ever feel stuck? As if life's challenges are insurmountable and you're running out of solutions? If so, you're not alone. In the fast-paced, high-pressure world we live in today, many of us find ourselves wrestling with lingering problems, not because they are too complex, but because we overlook simple, profound truths hidden in plain sight. Imagine what your life could be like if you truly grasped and embraced these truths, such as setting healthy boundaries in both personal and digital spaces, embracing discomfort as a catalyst for growth, and practicing self-compassion in moments of failure. These principles form the bedrock of a meaningful and balanced life. By applying them, you can cultivate resilience, build deeper relationships, and find clarity in an often chaotic world. In today's video, we will embark on a transformative journey. Together, we'll explore life lessons designed not just to change your mindset but to empower your actions. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you might discover the breakthrough you've been longing for. Section 1. Embracing solitude. One of the most empowering experiences in life is learning to be alone. Solitude is not loneliness, it's a sacred space for self-discovery, introspection, and inner growth. In our hyper-connected world, solitude offers a rare opportunity to disconnect from external noise and reconnect with our true selves. When you learn to embrace your own company, you unlock a source of strength and clarity that no external validation can provide. Solitude teaches us that we are not dependent on others for our happiness, but rather, we have the power to nurture our own well-being. This realization is transformative, as it helps us develop resilience and a deeper sense of self-worth. There was once a revered monk who chose to live in isolation for many years, secluded from the distractions of society. When asked by curious visitors why he embraced such a challenging lifestyle, he calmly replied, "In silence, I found the loudest truths." During those years of solitude, he faced his deepest fears, not by fleeing from them but by acknowledging their presence and learning from them. He embraced his perceived weaknesses, understanding that they were not flaws but opportunities to cultivate inner strength and wisdom. By immersing himself in silence, the monk discovered that solitude was not an empty void but a profound space where he could grow mentally and spiritually. His story reminds us that only by confronting our inner world without distractions can we truly find clarity. resilience, and self-mastery. It is in the quiet moments, away from the noise of life, that the most profound transformations take place. The magic of life often lies in the uncomfortable spaces we avoid. Solitude becomes a mirror, reflecting both our fears and our strengths. When we dare to sit with ourselves in silence, without the distractions of the outside world, we unlock the potential to confront our inner chaos and transform it into clarity. It is in these moments of discomfort that true strength is born. And it is from solitude that the seeds of resilience, wisdom, and self-mastery begin to grow. Personal insight from my own experience. I have found that taking regular time alone to reflect, meditate, or simply be present helps in recalibrating my mind. It's during these moments of quiet that I gain clarity about what truly matters. There is something profoundly transformative about stepping away from the noise and chaos of daily life. By allowing ourselves these pockets of solitude, we can recharge not just our bodies but also our spirits. Whether it's a few minutes in the morning or a quiet walk in the evening, these moments serve as a compass, guiding us back to our inner peace and reminding us of what is genuinely important. Over time, I've come to realize that this practice is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for anyone seeking true growth and balance in life. Section 2. Overcoming fear through action. Fear is a powerful force that can grip the heart and paralyze the mind. It whispers doubts, magnifies risks, and often convinces us that standing still is safer than moving forward. But what if the key to dissolving fear lies not in waiting for it to vanish but in choosing to act despite its presence? Let's imagine a young entrepreneur. For months, he's been consumed by the idea of launching his first product. He meticulously plans every detail, revises endlessly, and yet, a lingering fear keeps him from taking the final leap. One day, tired of being trapped by indecision, he decides to act. The launch isn't perfect, far from it. But through action, he gains invaluable insights, experiences real growth, and learns lessons that no amount of planning could have taught. The truth about fear feeds on inaction. The more we delay, the stronger it becomes. Conversely, action is like a light piercing through the fog of uncertainty. Every small step forward chips away at fear's grip, allowing confidence to grow in its place. When we take action, we shift our focus from what might go wrong to what we can learn and achieve, bridging the gap. In today's fast-paced world, fear often manifests in subtle forms: fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of missing out. But by embracing a mindset of action, we empower ourselves to confront these modern anxieties head-on. Remember, it's not about taking perfect action, it's about taking any action. Each step, no matter how small, propels us toward clarity and progress. Personal insight. Reflecting on my own journey, I've realized that some of my greatest moments of growth came when I acted despite fear. Whether it was starting a new project, speaking in front of an unfamiliar audience, or making a difficult decision, the mere act of moving forward helped me transform fear into a stepping stone. And while the outcomes weren't always ideal, they always led to personal evolution. Fear will always be a part of life. The difference lies in how we choose to respond. Will we let it dictate our path? Or will we rise, take a step forward, and discover the strength we never knew we had? Fear is a powerful emotion that can paralyze us. However, fear only holds power over us when we remain inactive. Taking action, even in the face of uncertainty, is the antidote to fear. Illustrative example. Imagine a young entrepreneur terrified of launching his first product. He spends months planning, revising, and doubting himself. One day, he decides to take the leap and launches. Though the launch wasn't perfect, he learned more from doing than he ever did from planning. Action dispels fear. The longer you wait, the more fear grows. The sooner you act, the sooner you learn and grow. Section 3. The power of boundaries. In our interconnected world, where social media blurs the lines between public and private, setting boundaries has become more critical than ever. Boundaries are not walls we build to keep others out, they are the lines we draw to protect our well-being and define what is acceptable in our lives. They help us preserve our energy, foster mutual respect, and, most importantly, maintain a healthy sense of self. Imagine a wise woman who once struggled to say no. She found herself constantly overwhelmed, giving more than she could afford, emotionally and mentally. One day, she realized that by always prioritizing others' needs over her own, she was slowly losing her sense of identity. She started small, declining requests that drained her energy and setting limits on how much time she spent on social media. Over time, she noticed a remarkable change. She felt more in control, more respected, and, ultimately, more at peace. The truth about boundaries.
Boundaries are not about shutting people out, they are about letting the right people in, those who respect you for who you are.
In today's fast-paced digital age, where it's easy to feel overwhelmed by constant connectivity, boundaries act as a shield against burnout. They help us prioritize what truly matters and create space for genuine, meaningful interactions. Practical steps for setting boundaries. 1. Identify your limits. Be clear about what you can and cannot tolerate. 2. Communicate clearly. Express your boundaries calmly and respectfully. 3. Be consistent. Upholding your boundaries consistently helps others understand and respect them. 4. Allow yourself to say no. Remember, saying no is not selfish, it's an act of self-care. Personal insight. For a long time, I struggled with setting boundaries because I feared being seen as unkind or difficult. But I learned that by constantly saying yes, I was saying no to myself. Setting boundaries wasn't easy at first, it felt uncomfortable. Yet, with practice, I found that it not only improved my well-being but also helped me build healthier, more respectful relationships. Boundaries taught me that self-respect is the foundation of mutual respect. When we set boundaries, we reclaim our time, energy, and peace. In doing so, we create space for personal growth and ensure that we're living life on our own terms, not dictated by the expectations of others. Boundaries are essential for maintaining healthy relationships and personal well-being, especially in today's fast-paced world where digital interactions often blur the lines between personal and public spaces. Learning to set and uphold boundaries can protect your mental health and foster respect in both online and offline relationships. Without boundaries, we become vulnerable to being manipulated and taken for granted. A wise woman once said, "The more I respected myself, the more others respected me." She learned that saying no was a form of self-care and that boundaries weren't about keeping people out but about preserving her peace. Personal insight. Setting boundaries is something I struggled with for years. I feared disappointing others, but in doing so, I constantly disappointed myself. Once I learned to say no, I discovered who truly respected me. Section 4. Growth through discomfort. Growth is rarely found in the familiar or the comfortable. It thrives in the challenging and the unknown. Discomfort, while often seen as something to be avoided, is in reality the crucible where personal evolution takes place. Think about a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. The struggle it endures to break free from its cocoon isn't just a difficult process, it's essential. Without that struggle, its wings wouldn't gain the strength needed to fly. Much like the butterfly, we too must face our own cocoons of discomfort to emerge stronger and more capable. The nature of discomfort. Discomfort signals that we are stepping beyond our current limitations. It's the threshold between who we are and who we have the potential to become. Yet, many of us instinctively retreat from discomfort because it's, well, uncomfortable. But what if we shifted our perspective and saw it as an ally instead of an adversary? Imagine someone taking up public speaking for the first time. The initial experience is nerve-wracking, sweaty palms, a racing heart, and the fear of judgment. But with each speech, they grow more confident. The discomfort that once paralyzed them becomes the very force that propels their growth. Struggles and discomfort aren't barriers, they're pathways. Embrace them, for they are shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Growth doesn't come from avoiding challenges, it comes from engaging with them, learning through them, and eventually mastering them. In a world that constantly seeks comfort and convenience, those who are willing to embrace discomfort stand out. Whether it's learning a new skill, facing a fear, or stepping outside of your routine, each moment of discomfort is a step toward becoming a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've come to realize that every significant leap I've made in life was preceded by moments of deep discomfort. Whether it was starting a new venture, facing criticism, or simply stepping into the unknown, it was discomfort that pushed me forward. Over time, I've learned to welcome it, knowing that on the other side of discomfort lies growth, resilience, and transformation. Discomfort isn't the enemy, it's the catalyst. It's the force that compels us to evolve, adapt, and ultimately thrive in the ever-changing landscape of life. So the next time you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, don't shy away. Lean in, embrace it, and remember that growth is happening. Even if you can't see it yet, growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Every challenge we face is an invitation to grow. Consider the story of a butterfly. Before it can fly, it must struggle to break free from its cocoon. This struggle strengthens its wings, enabling it to soar. Without the struggle, it would never take flight. Struggles are not obstacles, they are stepping stones. Embrace them, for they are shaping you into who you are meant to become. Section 5. The importance of self-compassion. In the ever-demanding landscape of modern life, it's easy to be your own harshest critic. We often carry the weight of expectations, both external and self-imposed, and when we fall short, our inner dialogue can become punishing. Yet, the key to true emotional well-being lies in the practice of self-compassion. Imagine this: a man constantly berates himself for mistakes he made years ago. One day, a friend gently asks him, "Would you speak to me the way you speak to yourself?" The question hits him hard. He realizes he would never be so harsh to someone else. From that moment, he begins a journey of self-compassion, learning to speak to himself with kindness rather than judgment. The nature of self-compassion. Self-compassion is not about excusing mistakes, it's about acknowledging our imperfections with empathy and understanding. It's about recognizing that we are all human, flawed, yet capable of growth. Without self-compassion, we risk being trapped in a cycle of guilt and shame, which stifles progress. Bridging the gap. In a world that constantly demands more from us, practicing self-compassion becomes a radical act of self-care. It allows us to pause, reset, and approach life's challenges with a renewed sense of strength and clarity. Self-compassion doesn't mean giving up, it means giving ourselves permission to try again. This time with greater wisdom. Practical steps for practicing self-compassion. 1. Acknowledge your feelings when facing a difficult moment. Pause and name the emotions you're experiencing. 2. Speak kindly to yourself. Imagine how you would comfort a friend and offer yourself the same words. 3. Reframe mistakes as learning opportunities, rather than dwelling on what went wrong. Focus on what you can learn. 4. Take a self-compassion break. Place a hand on your heart. Breathe deeply. And remind yourself, this is hard, but I'm doing my best. Throughout my life, I've encountered moments where I was my harshest critic, moments when self-doubt crept in and magnified every flaw. But over time, I realized that growth didn't come from self-punishment, it came from self-compassion. By treating myself with kindness, I found the courage to face my fears, learn from my mistakes, and keep moving forward. Self-compassion became my anchor, a guiding force that helped me navigate life's storms with grace. Remember, self-compassion isn't a sign of weakness, it's a profound expression of strength. It takes courage to stand by yourself in moments of failure, to forgive your imperfections, and to choose kindness when the world feels unkind. So the next time you find yourself caught in the trap of self-criticism, pause. Offer yourself the same compassion you would give to someone you love, and watch how it transforms your journey. We are often our harshest critics. However, self-compassion is crucial for mental and emotional well-being. There was a man who constantly berated himself for past mistakes. One day, a friend asked, "Would you speak to me the way you speak to yourself?" The man realized that he would never be so harsh to someone else. From that day forward, he practiced speaking kindly to himself. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a dear friend. Compassion toward oneself is the first step toward healing and growth. A simple method to practice self-compassion is the self-compassion break, where you pause in moments of stress. Place a hand over your heart and silently tell yourself, "This is difficult, but I am doing my best. I deserve kindness and understanding." This small exercise can help you cultivate a kinder inner dialogue and foster emotional resilience. Life in the modern world moves fast, and it's filled with noise, pressure, and endless expectations. In such a culture, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and disconnected from ourselves. But if there's one truth we can take away from these lessons, it's that real change starts from within, when we choose solitude over distraction, action over fear, boundaries over chaos, discomfort over complacency, and self-compassion over harsh judgment. In American culture, where self-improvement is often driven by external achievements, these lessons remind us that personal growth is an inside job. It's not about having a perfect life, but about navigating the imperfections with grace, strength, and wisdom. Whether it's learning to say no, stepping outside of our comfort zones, or simply offering ourselves a moment of kindness, these small acts can lead to profound transformations. As you go about your day, remember, life isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them head-on and growing through them. In every trial, there's an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Thank you for being a part of this journey with Practical Philosophy. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us. And together, we can continue exploring these profound truths, helping each other build a more mindful and balanced life. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep growing. If you found value in these insights, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Every action you take helps us grow this community and reach more people who are seeking clarity and balance in their lives. And before we go, a heartfelt thank you from all of us at Practical Philosophy. Your time, your attention, and your willingness to engage with these ideas mean everything. We are incredibly grateful for the growing community of thoughtful individuals who join us in exploring life's deeper questions. Together, we're not just learning, we're building a movement toward mindful living and meaningful growth. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep striving for wisdom in every step of your journey. See you in the next video.